And a very good morning, everyone. Jeremy here, quantstrategic.com.sg, and I'll be covering Bitcoin and Ether for the next two videos. And let's have a look at the Bitcoin story on a monthly chart. And on a long-term basis, you can see that the Bitcoin long was actually issued on the 3rd of June 2019. Yes, that was almost 2 years back. And we had this fantastic upside with a super parabolic surge to almost 64,000, 65,000 US dollars. And currently we have a nice pullback, and the Kijun line is at 35289. And just for your information, the Kijun line is 50% retracement on the Fibonacci numbers, and we have just bounced off sort of at 3528. We're currently trading on a Sunday at 35289, approximately the same level as its Kijun line. All right, so this is usually how technical analysis helps you to visualize levels where the price action would bounce or break or hold. What is important in this particular long-term chart is perhaps this pivot at 24132. This pivot super trend line has been holding for almost 2 years now, and it must not break. So any buyers on the dip will be looking at this pivot at 24,132 to buy for a bounce to the upside. Though there will be some obstacles along the way, if we do break the 3528 Kijun, 50% retracement, and the 37204 Tenkan will be upside resistance for any bounce back to the upside. So watch for these levels. But on the monthly basis, we are still uptrend on Bitcoin. Continuing on with the weekly charts. On the weekly charts, yes, we had a long signal at 10,827 US dollars on 20th of July last year, rallied for almost 10 months, targeting 19,736. Of course, we blew through that particular top over here and closed up at almost 65,000 US dollars. Now, what is happening right now is that this super trend line has been violated with profit taking, and at the moment there is a short signal at a level of 39854. If you remembered my monthly charts, 50% retracement on 17th of May. So that was recent, just 2 weeks back, targeting 24,132, which is the monthly support. So we want to see the price action over here, and essentially whether we are able to bounce from the cloud to maintain this uptrend from here to break the pivot at 70981 to continue to the upside, or second scenario, we continue downwards, break through the cloud, and then touch our target at 24132. Let's see what happened over the next couple of days. So on the weekly charts, we have a short signal, though the long-term trend is still intact because we are above the Ichimoku cloud. All right, so for most of you, I think you're familiar with the daily charts. So for the daily chart, if you use any of the indicators, including the super trend, which I recommend in my trading, you would have a long signal in 2020 on the 9th of October. All right, so it broke out from here, upside, maintained on the super trend line, made new highs, pull back on the super trend, and new highs at 65,000. Right, so what is happening right now on the daily chart is that we had an early short signal that was issued on the 22nd of April 2021, and that's last month. That's last month, guys. So more than a month ago, targeting 39854, which has now already been broken on the weekly charts. All right, so we are trying to stage a rebound here to test this pivot line at 54,196. So what that means is this: on the daily chart, we are now on a downtrend, trying to touch our weekly support, which we have broken, and then now trying to go for that 24,000 on the monthly support. All right, the only way for this to recover is for it to break above and break above this pivot at 54,196. So monitor this particular super trend line for those who are keen on buying Bitcoin for this particular pivot. As we trade downwards, this pivot will move. All right, and when it breaks above the pivot, you buy, and then after that, your target will be on the next weekly pivot. All right, so that's how traders actually make entries technically, not by feel, not by gut, not by news, but by charts. So the question for me is, when do I buy Bitcoin on its lows, since now it's 35,000, and even when it reaches its target of the monthly pivot of 23,000, how do I buy? So for example, here is a 4-hourly chart. It's a shorter term chart. You can even do so on a 1-hourly chart, which I do for my own Forex trading. You buy on the break of the pivot. All right. So whenever price action corrects based on the short signal over here, as you can see, was actually issued on the 12th of May 2021 at a level of 55,252 points. All right, the short signal has already been effect. And in fact, if you have shorted at 55,252 when the signal was issued, you would have made a $25,000 profit if you're able to sell at the lows. All right, but most people would have taken profits if it had bounced above the Tenkan line and closed around this region, still giving you a very nice 20,000 US dollar profit on the short. For those who are interested in technical trading and where to take profits, please contact me on my website, quantstrategic.com.sg, and all these levels will be on my blog. So guys, as a summary for Bitcoin, make no mistake, Bitcoin is still on a monthly and medium term uptrend. On the monthly chart, the pivot support is 24132, a very important level to watch in the coming weeks. We had a short signal on the weekly charts that supports the test of this pivot at 24132 at 39854. And on the daily's chart, we had actually had a short signal much earlier in the year on the 22nd of April, and targeting 39854, which is this particular weekly support here, and it has now been broken. So the daily signal has met its target. All right, so if we're shorted at 54469 using a signal on the day chart, you would have covered at the break when it hit this target at 39854, giving you a profit of $15,000 based on technical trading. And on the shorter term charts, we are experiencing some downdrafts, and it looks like we're going to make lower lows as we go down throughout the week. Bitcoin is still trading on the weekends as of now, and is now trading at 35289 as we speak, resting on the Kijun line. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope it has been helpful for your investment purposes. Please click a like if you find the video meaningful, and follow me on my video on YouTube and my blog on strategic.com.sg. Have a great weekend.